The boy was practicing javelin, but he accidentally broke his own window.
You are not an athlete!
Still, he kept training the next second, because his biggest dream was to become an Olympic athlete. His mom had a metal box meant for trophies, but it was filled with broken glasses instead. His dad couldn't take it anymore, so he took him to a construction site to paint walls. Next to the site, a ski slope caught Eddie's eye. From that moment on, he fell in love with skiing. Their home slowly filled with medals and trophies, but he still never made it to the Olympics. During the national team selection, the chairman told him,
"You will never be Olympic material."
Eddie put away his skis. He decided to find a job and earn a living. But then, a new and more thrilling sport caught his eye. The next day, he went to the Olympic headquarters and signed up for ski jumping. That's when he found out there was no ski jumping team at all. Still, Eddie jumped for joy as he left the building. He went home, packed his bags, and told his parents. His father strongly objected, but Eddie was full of confidence. He arrived at the ski jump hill, staring at the steep slope and the pro's perfect form. Without hesitation, he rushed into the training area.
I keep bleeding love. I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding love. Keep bleeding, I keep bleeding love. You got me open.
The girl was horrified to find that the driver she got in with was a complete stranger. The man was bald and looked nothing like the original driver. He casually picked up a towel and started wiping things down, as if he were in his own home. Her friend in the back seat didn't seem to notice anything unusual. While Daisy was still confused, her friend finally realized something was wrong with the driver. The bald man heard the suspicion in their voices, quickly put on a face mask, pulled out a spray bottle, and aggressively sprayed the two girls. Daisy was frozen in shock. Her friend in the back seat just sat there, completely unbothered. Seeing this, Daisy tried to quietly escape, but she didn't get far. The sound of the door echoed through the air. Daisy realized what was about to happen. Later, the girls woke up in a pitch-black locked room. They were terrified and confused, unable to figure out why they were taken. Suddenly, the door opened. The man appeared, carrying a stool. Then he wiped it down with a handkerchief. It was clear he had a serious case of OCD. His cold demeanor and tidy appearance said it all.
I choose you first. I'm gonna be a man.
Pee on yourself. Pee on yourself. You want me to dance for him? The door's locked.
This man actually had sex with her sister right in front of her. That night, while an opera played at the theater, Charlotte's sister Lucy was being auctioned off for her virginity. In a private box, Charlotte told the Baron she had always been faithful to him, but the Baron didn't believe a word of it.
Take it or not, as you please.
Furious, he doubled the highest bid in the auction. He wanted to punish Charlotte by taking her sister's first time, but Lucy's clumsy moves and blank stare ruined the mood. The Baron couldn't get into it and decided to walk away. Angry, he stormed off to ask Mary for his money back. Lucy begged him not to tell their mother. She said she would do anything he wanted. The Baron replied, "Fine, then go tell everyone how amazing I was tonight." He handed her the money, pulled up his pants, and walked out trying to look cool. The next day, Charlotte arrived at the Baron's home to pack up and leave. As soon as he saw her, the Baron dropped to his knees and apologized.
I spent the whole time thinking of you. Oh, please. I'm deranged with love. Don't leave me. I look a fool in front of the
Charlotte
whole...
saw her chance and laid out her conditions.
Is he going to pay my gaming debts?
Yes, all of them.
Then he may have some fruit.
This couple had just gone through a failed IVF attempt, but the doctor simply said,
"It's just a bunch of cells."
A bunch of cells.
No, sorry.
The couple was furious and filed a complaint on the spot. The hospital administrator stepped in to smooth things over. After a long talk, the couple finally calmed down. The doctor at the center of the issue was named Lucy. She wasn't heartless, just completely burned out. She worked 14 hours a day, every day. The stress and exhaustion had made her emotionally numb. 2 days earlier, she had performed a C-section. The baby was born safely and everything went smoothly. But as soon as the mother saw Lucy's Asian face,
No, get her off me.
I'm not having a packet delivering my baby. Get off me! Stop touching it! You promised that you would do it! Excuse me! Get me out of here! What is this?
She had learned to stay silent. Her coworker Adam, though, wasn't as tolerant. He was tired of working himself to death and still being disrespected. So during the stitches, he intentionally messed up the mother's tattoo. A small act of revenge. Adam was the kind of worker who slept only 3 hours every 2 days. Every night, after his shift, he'd walk to the parking lot, get in his car, insert the key, and pass out before even starting the engine. Even living like this, he still received an anonymous complaint letter.
Right, to presume the patient is the complainant again?
The letter, it says that the complainant is anonymous.
Anonymous normally suggests it's a colleague.
A colleague?
It means someone you work with?
Adam was sure it was Lucy. He never expected she'd stab him in the back.
Everything we've been through, everything What do I mean? Putting in a fucking complaint about me. Before or after I lose my fucking job.
Don't embarrass yourself.
You're a terrible doctor. I didn't know that you're a terrible person as well.
Stop it!
She didn't do it.
Spare me.
I did.
Mustard, cookies. The man made a simple burger using just those 2 things. That was his only food for the entire day. As he looked at the food on the nearby table, he wished he could eat some too, but he didn't have a single cent. Just then, a woman appeared in front of him. She pushed a luggage cart back into place, and the machine immediately spit out a few coins. The man instantly realized a way to make money. He started collecting abandoned carts around the airport, and returning them one by one. That's how he made his first bit of money at the airport. He finally bought himself a real hamburger. It was the most delicious meal he had eaten. Since getting stranded at the airport, he was truly satisfied. At the same time, he began watching the news on TV. That's when he learned that his home country had fallen into a civil war. All of this happened just as he was about to enter the United States. The U.S. authorities denied his passport and refused to let him in. He was forced to stay in the airport, surviving by returning carts for coins. But when the airport manager found out what he was doing, he immediately hired someone to collect the carts full-time. They took away the man's only source of income. He had no choice but to go back to eating mustard burgers. Then the manager showed up. He stopped the man and dragged him toward the airport exit, trying to kick him out. The man lied and said, "I'll leave soon." The manager walked into the surveillance room and stared at the screen. If the man took even half a step outside the airport, the police would arrest him instantly.
His wife was about to give birth at home. He sat alone in his car, ready to end his life, just because he had touched another man's hand. They used to have a happy, loving family. He worked as a car mechanic, nothing fancy, but he always kept himself clean and neat. Ever since his wife got pregnant, something deep inside him began to stir. A part of him he had long buried started pushing its way to the surface. Then, one night, he met a man who changed everything. When their hands touched, it was like lightning struck. Something inside him exploded. He felt a desire he had never allowed himself to feel before. He wanted more. But the other man stepped back in fear and blew a whistle. It was a sting operation. Back then, being gay wasn't just taboo. It was illegal. The police showed up at his house to arrest him and told his pregnant wife what had happened. She refused to believe it. She couldn't imagine her husband, the man she loved, doing something like that. Meanwhile, he sat in jail, terrified. If people found out he was gay, it wouldn't just mean prison. It would mean losing everything. His wife borrowed money and bailed him out. Things only got worse. He lost his job at the garage and now had to face court. Luckily, the judge considered it his first offense. Though the judge called his behavior immoral, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison, unless he agreed to undergo treatment, but she had no idea what was coming. Neighbors started to shun her. Someone painted hateful words on their front door. Her anger had nowhere else to go.
They won't let me in the Rose Queen. They put it in the paper.
God, I'm sorry.
He felt the weight of the whole world crash down on him. He couldn't take it. He made a decision. He went to the garage, hooked a hose to the exhaust pipe. Her grandfather stepped outside and heard something strange from the garage.
I've got this sickness.
Listen, she can't live without, and I can't live without her. Do you understand me? We're like a little set of Skittles. We've got to stay upright.